come to order for the medic district at 6:32. Chris Werlin in attendance.
Christine Erb.
Chris Williams.
Ray Denny.
Mark Albert.
Hey, you know your name.
All right,
Okay.
Matt's here.
Who's here?
Matt.
Okay. Not that I can see you. Okay. Minutes from last meeting. Did everybody have a chance to look at those?
Yeah.
Okay.
I move that we approve the minutes from the July 17th meeting.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
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 I will abstain because I was not here.
Okay. So 4 and 0 and 1, Mark abstained because he was not here. Abstained.
He's not staying.
Abstained. Okay.
Mhm.
And then moving on to the approved agenda.
So Chris, it occurs to me that for the medic district last month, we didn't swear in those of us that were just
We did
newly
not.
elected. And also we didn't do election of officers. So
Correct.
I think we should add that to our,
I agree.
can we do that up front and so that everybody's legal to vote?
Yeah, we didn't, but
Better.
just 3 and 1 of you was on the call last time. Yeah, so that's why we didn't. Okay. Thank you, sir.
The only thing that I would change on the agenda is my name is spelled wrong. Mark with a C.
M-A-R-C,
Okay.
Calvert, C-A-L-V-E-R-T.
Yep, just like the fire board.
It has been spelled out for you. Thank you. Okay. So new business, I would like to bump up before we do the agenda to move the swearing in of the officers so that we're all sworn in. So I'm gonna pause on the agenda so that we can swear in. And then we can also do the choosing of the officers. Okay. And then on the second page, under new business, I would like to add the IGA on that. And we can do that after the chief's report is fine. Any other changes? Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda with those few changes?
I wanted to swear in first before we did that, right?
Who's swearing in?
I just
You?
got reelected. Christine, Mark,
Mark. Oh,
oh, and Ray.
and all 4 of you?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, because they were
Yeah.
filling terms that were.
smaller.
Right, Park, we were filling
Okay.
the positions.
One other change on the agenda is the next scheduled meeting should be September, not August.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Okay. All right, we'll approve that agenda after we're done here. I'll pass that along. Go ahead.
I, Christine Erb, solemnly swear that I will faithfully perform the duties of the office of Board of Directors for the East Umatilla Fire and, sorry, that's not me.
The top. The top.
I, Christine Erb, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully perform the duties of the Office of Board of Directors for East Umatilla County Area Ambulance Health District to the best of my ability. that I will abide by the rules, regulations, and policies of the East Umatilla County Area Ambulance Health District, and that I will uphold the laws and constitutions of the state of Oregon and the United States of America.
I, Chris Williams, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully perform the duties of the office of Board of Director of East Umatilla County Area Ambulance Health District to the best of my abilities. That I will abide by the rules, regulations, and policies of the East Umatilla County Area Ambulance Health District, and that I will uphold the laws and the constitutions of the state of Oregon and the United States of America.
I, Mark Calvert, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully perform the duties of the office of the Board of Director of East Umatilla County Area Ambulance Health District to the best of my abilities, that I will abide by the rules, regulations, and policies of the East Umatilla County Area Ambulance Health District, and that I will uphold the laws and the constitutions of the state of Oregon and the United States of America.
Last but not least.
I, Ray Denny, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully perform the duties of the office of the Board of Director of East Umatilla County Area Ambulance Health District to the best of my abilities, that I will abide by the rules, regulations, and policies of the East Umatilla County Area Ambulance Health District, and that I will uphold the laws and constitutions of the state of Oregon and the United States of America.
Since I'm the only one, I guess I approve of all four of you.
She's feeling gracious tonight.
Yes, she is.
Okay, choosing of the officers. We have president, vice president, and secretary treasurer, right?
Yes, we do.
Do I have any nominees?
I nominate Chris Werland as president.
Second.
I said Werland.
Okay. Any nominations for vice president?
I nominate Ray Denny
No.
for vice president.
I second that.
Okay. Let's Mark's dying to be an officer. Come on, Mark.
I'm happy with director.
And secretary treasurer.
I nominate Christine Erb for secretary.
Train was rolling on that.
Do I have a second on it?
I'll second that.
Any other nominees for any of the three? Okay,
What's Chris Williams gonna do?
Oh, they got me on the for fire board vice chair last time,
Yep.
so.
That's what I was told.
Okay, all right, I'm good with that.
They got me. Listen to you talk.
okay, I accept the nomination of president.
Should we vote on that?
I just accepted the nomination, not the.
Oh, I didn't know we
vote.
gave people a choice. This is a railroad here.
Okay,
No, that's good, Chris.
do we vote?
I think
We
we're
better.
supposed to.
Well, let's vote for vice president because I can't vote for myself. And
Well, we still have to vote for you.
We still have to vote for you, so.
You
yeah,
just-
but
you
if
just
I
have to
can
abstain.
vote a vice president and then they can take over and vote for the
Or
president.
Chris could do it. Chris could do it. 'Cause he's vice president right now.
Yes, you are. So go ahead.
Okay, so all in favor for Chris Werland as president for the new fiscal year, say aye.
I,
Opposed? Motion carries with Chris Werland abstaining. All in favor of Ray Denny for vice president, say aye.
I,
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously, and all in favor of Christine Erb for secretary treasurer, say aye.
Aye.
4 with Christine abstaining. Congratulations for the new officers.
Smarty pants.
Okay, now can we approve the agenda as amended a minute ago?
I move we approve the amended agenda.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Sorry, Mark.
Aye.
Aye.
5-0. We're moving on. Okay, treasurer's report.
I think, I don't have any, I think the reporting is completely accurate and fantastic, so thanks, Joanne. My only question, I do have a financial question though for Andy. What are you doing to reduce our labor expense in the month of August?
So we have part-time employees, and I'm trying to utilize them as much as I can. When we do have, if we have the third position filled and there's 2 EMTs, if that EMT calls out, I just bump the other EMT up and don't fill the third position.
So is that what you're doing, or is that just your idea?
That's what I do.
Okay. I mean, because to me, it looks like our issue is running a lot of overtime in July. Which having that third hire, right, would reduce our overtime.
Correct,
And, because regular time hours are cheaper than overtime hours.
correct. And the other issue is ALS providers. We only have a few, and I keep calling out to the others and I'm not getting anything, so.
So how
That's
many
for-
full-time employees do we currently have?
I've got to do some math. 7,
Does that count you?
yes.
So if we have 7 full-time employees, how come we don't have 3 full shifts covered? Did we have people on vacation and that sort of thing? Leave
Yes, we have
on
people
leave?
on leave, military leave, vacation.
Gotcha.
uh,
So that was the issue in July.
Yes.
Okay.
Was that the month-long military leave or,
For one of them, and then one was in this month,
oh,
so,
okay.
it created some.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But do you anticipate August is going to be a less expensive month?
No. Because, my average for the week, for a week was 96 plus hours for about 3 weeks. Just because there's nobody filling, I would send out a text message and people were filling, not filling the slots or not calling. I had somebody say they were gonna come in and actually didn't show up, so I had to stay.
And we don't currently have policy about mandatory callback or anything like that.
No. Unless, well, let me rephrase it. If we drop down to 2,
Mhm.
I think we can at that point.
We do have a mandatory callback for if we hit
Minimum
minimum
staff.
staffing of 2, we do.
I gotcha. I mean, it doesn't solve the overtime issue, but
Correct.
it would help Andy not having to do it all. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So how do we, because we can't, every month we continue eating our contingency. So what's the long-term play?
I do have an individual that's looking to work here part-time. I've had
Okay.
several people interested in part-time work.
Uh-huh.
And of course, some people, oh yeah, I'm interested, and then they just disappear. One, I'm still trying to get over here and get him, through a drug test, and then the issue is he's like 5 hours away.
Gotcha.
So what he's looking for is like, if I can get 2 days back to back where it makes more sense economically for him, which I understand,
Sure.
getting him here. But I'm looking for, people to work. The issue is, and I think, everybody in an apartment here can say, ALS providers is really a hard thing to find.
Gotcha.
And we have a few people that are actually stepping up to the, AEMT level, but they're not there yet. Some are in the process of testing, and my understanding with the National Registry, the testing process they've changed it numerous times. People have just struggled to pass that AEMT level test. So I know that they're changing it. I don't know if it's for the better or for the worse, but I've listened to several of them talk, and they're just they're struggling to pass that,
Yeah.
that AEMT test, but we do get a few that are really, really close. Until we get them.
Are we advertising for the positions as well? Actively?
Not actively right now. I can if that's something the board would like to do, you know, with the whole change with the CBA coming into effect, that's gonna change a few things, from my understanding. But I don't know yet. I mean, we still should have a few people to have a pool to pull from, just in case, you know, we don't have to, if we can avoid the mandatory stay, if we can call other people to bring them in. Because then that, you know, if we mandatory them, then they have to stay, then that's overtime. But if we can call somebody that's sitting at home being like, hey, I don't have anything to do. Hey, you want to come in today? You know, okay, so we may incur a couple hours overtime, but then hey, they show up and take over for the shift.
And about 8 months ago, probably 10 months ago, we put a plan together. That some folks took the advanced class, they just haven't been successful passing it. And if they had passed, then the plan would have been perfect, then we could have had 5 ALS providers. And we're 1000% legal to put 2 ALS folks on the rig at the same time. But they just have encountered challenges in passing the state test, which is what Andy was referring to earlier.
What's the delay before they can test again?
What's the delay?
Or I'm not, sorry, not delay, is there a time?
Waiting period? or-
Waiting period.
So they make them wait, I believe it's 2 weeks before they can test again. After the third try, they have to take a refresher. Then they have another 3 tries, then they have to take the class all over again.
The refresher gives you 3 attempts afterwards?
Yeah.
So is there any way that on our training day, whatever that is, Thursdays or whatever, that we can focus on that aspect instead of plugging into a hydrant or something? That training can be based on how to get these guys through?
So you're talking like on the Thursdays?
Yeah,
The Thursdays is a good idea, but it's getting people to come back.
okay.
Some people come back. Now, if they're on shift, that's a different story. We can work with them. I've had several want to, you know, that they're studying for that summer. I'm asking them, hey, do you have questions? Is there something I can help with?
But aren't they supposed to or required to do X amount of training per hold their DPSST anyways?
For the fire side, yes, and for the medic side, yes, also.
Okay,
So, DPSST doesn't really deal with the medical side,
Right.
or the National Registry. If they keep the National Registry up or the state, whichever they choose, I encourage them to keep the National Registry because it's a higher standard of training and it's more hours. So once they present that National Registry card, the state automatically, in a way by default, they're like, oh, okay, you've taken this. It's just automatically granted. So, and that's what I'm trying to get everybody to, is to that National Registry standard and stay there so that everybody's able to help everybody
Okay.
while they're on shift also.
I would say I don't have a problem with posting for temporary staff, if you want to call it that, or volunteer staff where they work 2 days a week or whatever. If we keep it under the level, we don't pay for insurance and all that. So I personally would not object to posting for that position and see
Okay.
how we can get,
So you're
do you
thinking,
guys agree?
I think we need to do something. I mean,
Yeah, you don't need to be working 100 hours.
when there's nobody here, somebody's gotta be there.
And, you
I
know,
get it.
about, a little over 7,000 was with the sign and light work outside, but, we can't do 89,000 IGA payments every month. That's just, we don't have the cash for it, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 89.
89.
Thank you.
So we gotta find place, we can't sacrifice staffing. I mean, we gotta have our minimum staffing. I mean,
Correct.
because that's what we're here for, is to serve the public, but
Correct.
we've got to be creative and find ways to save some dollars.
We have a paid standby policy. That, so that folks don't have to spend numerous hours here. We've got that in place.
Basically, they're
Also,
agreeing to be available for a reduced
Yes,
rate.
yes, the law is that we have to pay them something
Sure.
to carry radio and be ready to respond. And then when we use that policy, we have them take a fire department or fire district rig home that's got a light bar and siren so they can
Okay.
immediately respond, and it's ours, so they're on our insurance.
Sure.
But we don't use it, it's not utilized very often.
Gotcha.
And how is our volunteer pool? Are we utilizing volunteers?
Like true volunteers. I think we have a few true volunteers. A couple of them are,
Aren't they mainly fire though?
we have a few that they're mixed, they're cross trained, like, is the
Okay.
best way to put it. And a few of them are, there's like one that I guess we consider part-time, on the part-time or reserve status.
Mhm.
So they're more on a reserve status.
Mhm.
Although I think we've kind of hybrided both volunteer and reserve together in a way, but I think the reserves, they actually get paid. Is that correct? The reserves mainly get paid.
Yes, we really only have 3 volunteer employees, and they each have signed contracts to provide another service to the district. But as far as being a responder, they are a volunteer responder. Just those 3. Everybody else is what we call reserves, and we pay them a part-time amount. That's the law.
Mhm. I don't have it. I just wanted to
Okay.
ask for, some details and. I,
Anybody else on the treasurer report, questions?
I move we approve the treasurer's report and we put together paying the bills.
Paying the bills is next.
Okay, I move we approve the treasurer's report.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, 5-0. And paying the bills.
Move to approve payment of bills.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you. Been moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, 5-0, public comment? Not so fire? Okay. New business, monthly equipment status and safety status.
Did we get, so you kind of skipped over old business, did we
Oh.
get squared away with the bank for getting Andy on?
I thought they were gonna come. Doesn't she need to come and,
Yeah, she needs to be here.
okay,
So
Okay.
That didn't happen. I'll contact her for next month.
okay. I would tell you that we would vote for it, but I don't know the wording she wants me to use,
Oh, yeah.
so. Okay, we'll hold off on that till next month. Okay, equipment status,
So the reports on safety, fuels and vehicles is all here. There's 12 copies of each of them. You're more than welcome to phone, speak it. The one thing I'm relieved the most for, maybe I should say that a different way. I love that we don't have very many vehicles that have issues. I love that the fuel program is going very, very well. The one that I'm really pleased with is our safety. We have a safety committee issue that we're working on. We're trying to fix it, but we have to have a safety committee with regular agendas and regular meetings and records of the meetings. It's super important. But the fact that we haven't had any accidents, no near misses, and no 801s filed, makes me feel awful good.
The equipment.
Which one?
Maybe?
I have fuels and safety.
Looking for the vehicle one?
Thank you.
Got any more?
Which one?
Vehicle?
We don't have an update on the ambulance that is in the wall. It's got a vibration. Gage, do you have any comments? Did you ever hear or feel the vibration in that ambulance? That was.
The night it happened, I was called, so I came in and, we took it out and about 55 to 60 miles an hour. It shook really good. I was not comfortable. You guys were like, oh, we can use it. And I said, nope, we're not gonna take any chance of putting a patient in there, having any problems. So fortunately, Pendleton was very good and loaned us an ambulance for the night. Bill came in the next day, repaired the other ambulance because we had the part in. We got it in late Friday, and he on Sunday came in and repaired that one, got us back up and going, and then we kept Max 6 for a little while until we could get it back Monday.
Still keep it on Sunday?
He did, yes.
Is there not keep track of his time?
I told him to keep track of his time.
Good. Thank you.
So we did get our other ambulance back up and running very quickly.
By the way, do you know which one we have, 61 or 62? Because I know that, I mean, it's almost to the point now where we got nomenclature matched out,
Right.
the VIN numbers.
I'd honestly have to go out.
61.
61 has the spotlights, it's the remount. The original 61. 62 is the.
So 62 is up in One World still then, right? You know, I should know.
Isn't the difference the yellow back and on
No,
the backside?
They're supposed to be the same on the back.
the difference is the 61 has the telescoping lights where the 62 does not. So it was the. Can't think of the term.
There's a remount. Yeah, it's a remount.
The remount, but the 62 was like a demo unit. There we go. That was one we purchased.
We snuck right under the wire on that remount because that's not allowed to be done
Yep.
anymore. So the next ambulance would cost us a couple dollars.
Is that a state or is that a national requirement? Must be national.
It's national. Because the guy, the rep from Braun, at least the rep that was running around trying to sell stuff in 2021, he said that he thought he could, as if he was trying to do us a favor, he could get us under the wire and get that remount to happen. So, which was nice because it only cost us 80 something.
Oh, yeah.
It was 87,000. And Rick just told me he just ordered another horse and ambulance, 235. It's nice because their service is really good, but 235.
That hurts the pocketbook.
I would think that's gonna kill.
For one ambulance, $235,000. Well, Tony just bought a aerial platform for 1.9, wasn't it? 1.7. Sorry about that. Thanks.
Okay, chief's report.
The August report, in case anybody wants to see it again, I emailed it out on the 1st. There, I'll go grab that.
Did you get Dave's report? Yeah. I didn't get it. Did you get Dave's report?
Mhm.
I didn't
I
get it.
don't think I did.
Mhm.
I got it
I've
right here.
got yours, yeah.
Here it is, in case anybody wants another copy. And it's my apology if you didn't get one because I forgot 1 month until like the 14th or 15th I sent out and then I'm trying to be as time conscious as possible to send them out as the first or the second of the month. So hopefully it's getting out that quick.
So this is a handout real quick. This is a handout from Central Washington Asphalt and Don Jackson Excavating. Don Jackson bid for 12,000 to do the groundwork for a parking lot out back for up to, I believe that's the 12 bases. And then Washington Central Asphalt was $17,038 for paving it. just looking at options here, not saying this is something we're gonna do because we're running out of space out
Did
here.
they say how deep that pave was? Was it 2 inches or 3, by the way? Or do you remember?
Don't remember that.
It says 3
3
inches of
inches.
HMA, blah, blah, blah.
So when they say 3, it's probably a range between 2 and 3. It's probably that, but that 17 is a decent price
When,
for the square foot. It's a whole lot better than the place that I called today.
and kind of right behind where you're parking is kind of where they're thinking they cut the curb and then they just come straight in. This would be nice, even level shot across.
Did James say that he would give us a bid for cutting the curb and
I have asked him and Jupiter Construction to also give me bids on this too. I have not heard back from either one.
because I have a compact plate and I don't mind walking behind that thing for 2 hours to settle everything down pretty good. But if we just made gravel.
Right.
And we avoid this big cost here and just went with compact and 3/4 minus, that would do pretty okay. And it would drain in the rain, the water would seep down through it, but we would eventually want to pave it.
I know nothing about them other than I was driving behind them and I took a picture because I needed it for another thing. But you might reach out to them,
Put this down.
company in Hermiston, he drives well.
This is
I-
some
I-
total, some total.
That's all I know about him is I was behind him and his thing had his name and thing on the back was
Is that a paving outfit or is that a,
Titan Concrete LLC. Driveways and sidewalks. My uncle wants his done and so I just snapped it when we were sitting at the light.
You might be able to do
I
a
know
front face.
nothing.
I really feel like the eyes are on me right now because she said the C word.
Concrete?
Concrete?
I think I know a guy that used to do that.
I don't think you know anybody.
Actually, no, two guys.
I don't think you know anybody.
It's a package deal.
You like the laptop?
I know nothing about him.
We need to find out more about that. That's a great price, but I honestly, I was figuring asphalt was gonna be 40-50 grand.
Right.
So I'm surprised it's that cheap, so.
I got
we
a
would
price
need to-
for
what's
$3.
the industry standard for a parking lot? Cause I'd be a little nervous that they're like putting paper thin on it, it's just gonna disintegrate.
So do we have to put asphalt or can we put gravel?
We can do gravel. I
Well, gravel's
said
gonna be
just
maintenance.
figure, I said, figure me a bid for
Mhm.
everything.
I mean,
and
if
then we
it's
can
just
build
overflow
what we need.
parking,
Yeah,
Well, no, it's meant for the crews, so there'll be people parking in the regular, right? The intent is that they'll be.
Meant for the employee, the idea is it's meant for the employees for a little bit of security, a little bit more, and then. What do we have, 5 spaces on each row out here? Is it 5 or 6?
I thought it was like 7.
It might be
it's not
more.
right.
The idea is that we've got more room out there for public or anybody else to park.
Gravel takes
14,
semi-regular maintenance.
Well, there's
Six-
7 lines.
Turn,
Yeah.
tear it up
It
and
does.
So I would
Eventually,
assume
you're
one
gonna
on
get
that
there's no
side
doubt.
of the line.
asphalt. You want
It's-
it done.
It sucks, it's temporary, it's trying to avoid a big check.
Yeah.
They want
But
us
I-
to take the bill for half.
okay, so 8, so it'd be
Not
16.
this time.
So it would be 16 total.
Anthony, did you ask for an actual square footage? This much
Mhm.
by this much, or did you say for X amount of spots?
I said X amount of spots and they gave me a square footage that would be, for parking cars, and they come up with a footage, and I don't remember the footage that he told me, but he said, we want this much and this much for, a parking spot, and I said, okay. I just said, this is how many car spots I'd like to see.
Cause that's tight.
Yeah.
That's tight for us to get our rigs in and out of. If you have a pickup with an extra cab on that all or longer, that's kind of snug. You would really have to pay close attention
I
to.
didn't have any problems backing in today.
I believe you.
Yeah, but what do you do for a living?
I work for the state.
So, have to be a competent driver. I can put my fat dually in one of those spots, they're not too bad.
So this is just basically,
Mhm.
we could do just the gravel if we wanted to, and then look at the pavement later. That was just something I addressed with them. They said, okay, that's something. You know, we can definitely say, you know, we can do this, but we can't do this.
And how is it being funded?
That was, that's a good question. I haven't gotten that far. I know that there was a need for the parking lot and I don't know where we're gonna get that from, but that's something we can definitely discuss. You know, if that's something we need.
This isn't a, we should do this, we have to do this. This is an idea, that's all.
Can they park back there now or not? I mean,
There's only like very limited access on the property line, and that's not meant to be a regular road. And then there's curbing and asphalt, so there's no way to get to it. So some construction is gonna be required. So,
And even if we cut the curb and then one in the back lot, so that we can park, so that employees could park in the gravel back behind where the grass area is. We would probably still have to bring in some riprap or something like that, so that it wasn't such a drastic drop down, probably have to build up. And then what you don't wanna do is buy a truck full of gravel and then have it, you know, just out in the grass, in the dirt, so to speak, because it'll just go right in the dirt. You give it enough time, it'll go right into the dirt. So that would probably have to be built up with 3-inch minus or something like that.
so I know we had one of our employees' car was vandalized, correct?
Correct.
Do we think that that was somebody like point directly trying to do that, or do we just think that it was just somebody passing by?
So no investigation was done, and all I know about that incident was what I was told, which was somebody probably took a baseball bat or a softball bat and smacked the cab of this pickup truck. That's what I was told, and no investigation was done.
I will say that the other night I was here, there was an individual walking around down here. Has some history of mental health issues, and I heard some voices. And as I heard them, I was gonna come in here where it was dark, I was gonna raise this and look. And as I opened that door, the individual walked right past this and was walking up and down this sidewalk. Just pacing. So I called law enforcement and, you know, they more or less ran them off, but, I mean, we are having people come up here at, you know, this was at midnight.
And do we have lights that come on, or what's the?
We do
I mean,
now.
and do we have cameras out
But
here?
not in that.
Not in fact, no,
We have cameras out here?
no, we have a light out here now. But we don't
Is
have
it
cameras
motion censored or does it come on
all the time.
all night?
At night.
So you guys are, would like to consider a parking lot, I'm sorry.
Perfect
In the
world
back.
is fenced and controlled entry, that's perfect world, but we can't quite spend the dollars to get perfect world yet, so maybe a step by step, that kind of thing.
So
So
this is a good start.
as I pull in here tonight, I looked and I saw all the parking spots filling up and I said, well, I'm not gonna let somebody else park back over here. So the other night we had a bunch of people here. They were all lining up on the street, and that is a little concerning, especially out here on Bannister, but,
it was discussed during the construction, pre-planning on it, just wasn't in the budget at the time as well. We always wanted something like that, just to fit in the main construction deal.
Could I make a suggestion?
Yes, please.
Why don't you guys get a quote for a fencing? So see, I could see gravel, if we can't do asphalt, which would be nice, but if we can't do asphalt, I could see fencing, a gate, a gravel.
Occlusion fence with the ribbons inside the chain link or something, sounds to that fact.
I mean, I get it. I mean, you're leaving your rigs out there and
For 2 days straight.
you're in here and you're out on calls and people want to come around and screw around with them. I mean, I would almost think fencing. Assuming we could even afford to do it, I'm not sure. But I would think maybe the fencing, and I haven't looked back there, Dave, so I would think maybe fencing, gravel, and then maybe someday we can.
I know that when we were over there, I had my car vandalized. Actually, they punctured the fuel line to siphon fuel out of my car, and I know another employee had their muffler or his catalytic converter.
Probably a catalytic because that's valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So depending on which vehicle, the the more money they bring. So we've had issues in the past. I mean, obviously now that we're over here, that changes the dynamic a little bit, but
you still need to cut a curb and haul some gravel. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
at a minimum.
probably 5 trucks at 3/4 minus at, if we left that gravel, we have to have some buildup done, some 3-inch minus or something like that, and then top it with 3/4 minus. Probably 4 or 5 trucks and then spread out pretty good with a blade and then compactor plate, and the trucks at 3/4 minus are gonna be about 350, 375 a piece, something like that, and then somebody's gonna have their teeth rattled all day long.
That's just my suggestion, maybe, because is,
I was gonna make that suggestion also, fence and security cameras at minimum.
yeah.
Yeah, you could do some Wi-Fi ones, so that's too much wiring, right?
Stuff to have power though.
They got battery operated ones.
There's no power.
Pull and change batteries on a regular basis. Those aren't appropriate for that kind of use.
We
need
got,
something that's
we got
hardwired.
ladder trucks.
Yeah.
And
fire.
trained firemen
For fire.
going up it.
Yeah. No, we need something hardwired to make it really reliable.
Thank you for getting these. Definitely see the need, just financially. I don't think that we are in a position to move forward
Right, yeah,
on it.
I would say get a couple more bids on different things. And we'll hold till next month. But I agree, I see the need too, but financial,
Well, I think I would suggest getting a security camera bid, because that's something I think we could afford right now, and it'd be like a first step.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
motion light,
You're right, Chris, and we would have to have Gordon or somebody come in and do some kind of wiring for it
It's already
at
there.
the same time.
They have the wiring.
But we could potentially, the 1 year on this building is gonna be pretty much September 1, so we're coming up on it. So
sure.
we can start thinking about the things that we want to do and some things that we just
need to do,
missed, some things that we just missed, all of us, myself, Jeremy, the Winnehaha guys, we just missed it. One thing is the lights on the, there is not a light above each bag, which is, as for instance, there really should be a light above each bay door, I should say, bay door. Right now, there's just 3 and they're equidistant spread out, and it's kind of different looking.
Yeah, I think cameras maybe,
To start with,
I think, and seeing to see what how many.
It'd be good to have a number, even if we don't proceed right now, it'd be good to have a number.
just to know where it's at, and
Yeah.
then maybe we plug in something, yeah,
Right.
I agree.
so if you can work on that this next month. Okay, camera and fencing. Okay. The last thing is the IGA. As you know, we need to get this signed. I'll pass these around. Directly. This is the one that we signed in 2024. The only thing that has changed is the last 2 pages. Is originally we have addendum 1, which we did in 2024. And then the addendum number 2, which is on the very last page, I just did that last page again. Number 12 is the place of business. We needed to address that. Number 7 is the budget. Dave had asked that we change that to May 1st. And then number 4 was the park, and Chris Williams had stated we needed to watch how we said hiring for the health administrator. And so what I did is I left what it said, and then at the very end, I put, however, the health administrator will be hired by a committee which would include at least 2 members of the medic board and the fire chief, which that's what we did. We had Christine and I, because for whatever reason, we missed Ray the first time and I think Chris the second time. So there was at least 2 of us on that committee. And the fire chief. So it's not stating that the medic is hiring because we don't have any employees, and how I had worded it last time looked like it was saying the medic hired them on their payroll staff. And we didn't want it to say that, so it just says that we'll be in a committee of at least 2 members of the medic board and the fire chief.
And everything else is. the same.
Everything else was the same. I didn't touch anything other than that back page. So if you guys want to look it over, pretty much that's it. And then it just says all other aspects of the original IGA sign shall remain in effect unless amended herein. That's the attorney in me, sorry. I would like to get this moved forward. I know the fire department or the fire board also wants to get it signed. As May has come and gone.
So is it really just the addendum that we're approving tonight?
Well, yeah, I didn't change anything else. So the IGA is only changed.
Because
the
it says the
addendum.
term of this agreement shall be unlimited.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's really just the addendum that we
correct.
have to approve.
So Chris, I haven't looked at the IGA under the viewpoint of the CBA that's upcoming. Is there anything in there that's going to need to be changed in support of or in, so that we don't have conflict with the CBA and the IGA?
To be honest, I don't know, cause I'm not privy to what's going on the CBA. That's you and Matt.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I would need to review and see. The other thing is just Andy's position, and I mean, I know we don't have employees, but if that is something that needs to be included in this for any reason outside of your notation on the addendum.
I think eventually we'll have to approve an addendum to include the CBA in that.
Correct.
Because right now, just reading under number 5, the duties, UFR shall hire set terms of employment, inclusive training, proficiency standard, all this stuff about employees and whatnot. It would probably have to say in agreement with the CBA or something along those lines.
Right.
Yeah, good point.
So we'll have to have an addendum once that is, something with that.
Do we have a estimated date?
I-
Last time I.
I think I'd raise my hand if I could, but I don't know that we need to acknowledge the CPA within the IEA. They're 2 separate things. They're 2 different purposes. CBA will be with the district and the lead, kind of contract management, et cetera. And so I don't think the IGA will need to refer to that. So that's one. The other one is you're right, it is kind of in perpetuity unless we modify it or put addendums in. What we've kind of discussed historically between the boards is just reaffirming annually that yes, this IGA between these 2 entities is reaffirmed this year. It's kind of informal, but that's just how we make sure that we have a touch point, that we don't, wake up 5 years down the road and hadn't looked at it. So it's just kind of an unofficial touch point is how we've handled that in the past.
So I guess my thought pattern is, if you guys wanna take that home and look at it, I know that we're trying to get it amended, or not amended, signed as quickly as possible. So if we can look at it, verify everything's good to go, and maybe sign it
Good question.
September. What's up, Chris? Chris and Chris?
Just under number 7, where it talks about UFR will provide cost bookkeeping, payroll services. How we move forward with, and maybe it is an amendum later as well. If we do look at coming together with Pendleton. So maybe today it doesn't need to be looked at. I would like to take it home and
Yes, please.
look through it.
We do have designee. It does say where it's designee.
It says designee.
It says, I think this is where you're at. Ambulance billing will be accomplished by EUFR, or is,
Oh, no, under budget, second paragraph.
I'm sorry.
Budget, number 7, second paragraph. Yeah, I mean, it
Okay.
could be as simple as adding designee or contractor, or, you know, something like that sort of language in.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
I'm gonna grab.
Yeah, I think so. We could probably just put designee.
If you're-
Well, Chris, let me ask, you really would want this tonight? Can we wait a month?
No, I don't have a problem waiting.
Okay.
I was asked to get it done and get it done and get it done, and
Okay.
So you got it done.
I finally got it done.
Thank you.
I did it at the lake on text on my computer because my yearly subscription of Microsoft ran out.
Oh, no.
I was stuck at the lake without internet to re-up it, so. Okay, so my request is to look at it, let us know if there's other changes, so we can try to get it signed next month if we need to. So. And business from the board. Christine?
I don't have anything.
Okay.
Nothing here.
Nothing for me.
Nothing for me.
Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Second, it's been moved and seconded, all in favor?
Uh,
I
Aye.